Howdy everybody. So recently I was watching Charmed and I realized that there are so many great episodes it can be hard to get into if you haven't been watching it before. So I just wanted to take a minute and I just wanted to talk about 5 episodes that I think will get any person hooked on Charmed if they've never seen it before. Now, these episodes are not going to be in any particular order. They're going to be chronological, and we're not going to play favorites today, although I do have some personal favorites. Number 1 is Something Wicked This Way Comes. Now this one is sort of a no-brainer because it's the opening episode of the series, but it's so important because it introduces us to our heroines, Prue, Piper, and Phoebe. The sisters move into their childhood home after the death of their grandmother, and on a rainy night under the full moon, one of the sisters says a spell and the sisters gain access to their powers and they become known as the Charmed Ones. Now this episode does a great job of setting the tone of the show and introducing us to the powers, personalities, and relationships of the sisters. Number 2, P3H2O. Now this episode is one of my personal favorites. It details the death of the sisters' mother and the effects that it had on them, especially the eldest sister, Prue. The sisters go back to the same camp where their mother was killed so they can solve the mystery of mysterious drownings before children return to the camp. They realize it's a demon, and it's the same demon that killed their mother. They're introduced to their mother's former white lighter, Sam, who blames himself for their mother's death. This episode is special not only for exploring the sisters' history, but it also does a solid job of incorporating Piper and Leo's ever-evolving love story. This episode was so full of emotion. Everyone played an important part in the plot, and I feel like this is one of the most important episodes of the series. Number 3, All Hell Breaks Loose. Now this is the season 3 finale, and it sees the sisters' magic be exposed due to the careless actions of Prue and Piper. Phoebe goes to the underworld to use a mystery potion on her boyfriend, who is a demon, to turn him good after finding out in the previous episode that he was under the effects of a spell or potion or something. It's never really clear. Anywho, Phoebe has to make a deal with the devil to get a demon to turn back time and undo all the damage that was done by the exposure. This episode is a big one because it marks Shannon Doherty's last appearance as Prue and Piper's last appearance as the somewhat timid middle sister. Get your got to be glue ready because Shaq's Lacefront is a killer. Episode 4, A Page from the Past. Paige is the Halliwell sisters' long-lost sister who was introduced in the season 4 opener Charmed again. One of the Paige-centric episodes, and probably her best, the episode sees the newest Charmed one be paralyzed by seeing a car crash. We learn that her adoptive parents died in a car crash and she doesn't know how she survived. Leo gives her the opportunity to go back and relive the day so she can finally have closure. She learns that she was able to orb, for some reason, we never really get closure as to why, and that's what saved her. Even with that loophole and the fact that we never hear from Paige's parents or see them again after this episode, it's still a very touching one and it makes Paige much more likable. Now, that's the A plot. The B plot of the episode is horrible. So, if you are okay with just a little bit of stupidity, then stick around. Episode 5, The Day the Magic Died. Now this episode is a season 5 episode, and it introduces us to who the show tells us is the single most powerful magical creature in the world, Piper's son Wyatt. The magical Tot's birth is preceded by all magic disappearing from the world, and the elders sending the sisters a unicorn. It comes in handy later, I promise. Piper and Leo are shocked they had a son because Piper had foreseen them having a daughter when she traveled to the future in season 2. As she later tells her grandmother though, things do change. Oh, and Piper's dad marries one of Charlie's angels, but that's just a quick little nod. There were a lot of episodes that I wanted to add to this list, but I decided not to. Basically, any episode from season 3 is an honorable mention. But most of the episodes are from seasons 1, 2, and 4. Those honorable mentions are From Fear to Eternity, That 70s Episode, Morality Bites, Astro Monkey, every episode from season 3, Charmed Again, Saving Private Leo, Charmed and Dangerous, Oh My Goddesses, Death Becomes Them, and the series closer, Forever Charmed. So I just wanted to take this time to introduce you to 5 episodes that any fan can use to get into the show. If you have any suggestions, then leave a like or a comment down below, and maybe we can tweak it a little bit. You guys have a good one. Stay classy, San Diego.